Stacey Ryan, this is so long in the making because right when I was going through a breakup, we're going right through this. You put out a track on TikTok called Don't Text Me When You're Drunk. Don't do it. And I went, well, this girl gets me. I've never met her. I probably will never talk to her, but she gets me. Like, I'm on that same page as you. And you've seen quite the blow up in the last couple of months. It's been such a cool couple months for you. Where is your head at, right? You have this song out, you have a new single coming out, you've sold out shows coming up.
The last couple months of my life is like I can say like no doubt have been the craziest, like busiest just time ever. And I'm like doing what I love and doing what I've always wanted to do. So I'm like I'm having a great time, and
Sure.
it's not always like easy and fun and rainbows and stuff, but definitely when you like the high moments
Right.
are like the best moments, like performing and making music and like just connecting with your audience and like all that kind of, like comes and puts a little band-aid on the harder stuff, But it's been such a wild ride.
Completely.
Like
Yeah.
just me thinking that in December of last year, I was still in school and kind of deciding what I wanted to do. And then like
Figuring out how to get paid in life. Like, how can I make money and do something that I love at the same time?
and that was to me that was like, oh, like I'm only gonna be like dealing with that in like 5 years or something. Like
Sure.
and then don't text me when you're drunk, just literally quite like exploded.
Please don't text me when you're drunk. Put your phone away.
Give me the 20-second rundown of what made you put it on TikTok, what made you open it up for other people to join in, that kind of like thought process.
So I had written the song in November and I was just kind of like, I knew it was a really good song. I was like, this is cool and like it's
Yeah,
relatable and it's jazzy. Like it's definitely all the things that I try to like put into my songs.
sure.
And I was talking with my manager and open verse challenges were like or actually Sadie Jean's open verse challenge was like blowing
hmm
up on TikTok. And I'm like,
hmm
that would be such a cool thing. And he's like, you should do it. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Right. But I was kind of hesitant because the song did not exist, wasn't recorded in any way, barely even like, I don't even think I finished writing it at that point. So I was like, what if like people really like it and then they want the song? Exactly what
Or they take
happened.
it. I mean, it's scary putting your work out there like that, right? When it's not protected in any way.
Exactly. And I like this song was like a baby, And I was like, I'm putting my baby on out in this world. And I had no idea what was gonna happen. I could not have predicted that it went as viral as it did. But then we kicked it into like high gear and just put the song out, with Zai. And we like his open verse challenge went up on June on January 3rd and January 16th the song was out on streaming platforms and we did everything in that time frame.
Yeah, and like I mean, it sounds when you're talking with someone that goes to school for music, or you go into these writing rooms, it seems so effortless, and it's really easy to look at that window from the outside and go, well, of course, that was easy to make a song that quick, right? It's like, no, that's not how this works. There's so many legalities and logistics that go into getting a song out, and to do that in a 2-week time frame is mind-blowing, and it's cool, and for it to do well too. I mean, there's so many elements, but
I
it's
know.
it's really cool. I mean, I've talked for you for what, maybe 3 minutes now, and it's cool to see it happening to a very deserving person. But
Thank
then you
you.
have Fall in Love Alone. I saw your stuff with Scary Pockets. We have a segment on the show where we feature covers, and I featured a bunch of the stuff you've done with them. Just the two of us cover, I think I have on repeat, probably plays once a month for me. But now you have a new track coming out, and you have a birthday, and you have sold out shows. So all
So
in like the
much.
matter of like 48 hours.
Yeah, it's the month of August is definitely gonna be, I mean, the whole summer has been like
Yeah.
literally nonstop. But the month of August is definitely going to be like a really cool closure to the summer because I'm playing sold out shows.
Mhm.
At least New York is sold out, which is amazing because it's on my
Yeah.
birthday and
Amazing.
22nd birthday, which, it's not 21, but it's like,
Yeah, it's always a weird birthday, so it's kind of cool that you get to, I always say between 21 and 25, there's nothing, because at 25, you can rent a car without the fee.
you're
So, like,
so
that's the
right.
only
I
thing to
think
look
about that
forward to
every
in the middle
day.
of the
Wow.
20s. But now you got a Taylor Swift song about it, and you've got your birthday, and you got a new track, Deep End, coming out, too, which you have the teaser on Instagram.
If you wanna be with me, better stop to think and tread carefully before you jump into the deep end, deep end.
It looks so good.
I'm definitely posting more about it too in the next couple days, so keep your eyes peeled
Can't wait.
because there's going to
Yeah.
be behind the scenes footage,
Yeah.
Like, we're just trying to like we want to make sure as many people as possible can see like what went into creating this song because it's just such like
Hmm.
it's such a feel good song, Like I feel like the
Sure.
vibe of it and accompanied with the music video that's just like we're literally having a pool party is like
Yeah. I mean, we have 10 seconds of a music video right now, but it just looks like you just had so much fun making this.
it was so like, and what made it even more fun was that we actually filmed two music videos that day, and so we were on a really tight schedule. Like it
Sure.
it could have been a very stressful environment, but the director Nina, she just made sure that everything was, and she had a vision, and everything was flowing so smoothly, and like it felt just like fun. At least to me because it didn't like I wasn't holding like big ass camera or something, but
Yeah.
like they just made the environment feel because like shooting a music video can be stressful. You're behind a camera and you're
Shooting
kind of like
anything, making any kind of content is extremely stressful. So don't take that lightly because music videos aren't necessarily fun. I mean, for you to be able to enjoy your time making it is incredible.
I definitely did. And I think it shows. Like I think it definitely
Yeah.
translates in the video because like we just literally sang the song and danced and went in the pool and we even have like
Yeah.
GoPro footage from like underwater. So we were
That's
like,
wild.
we had like these big like goggles on, and we even put like a picnic underwater where we put like a blanket down, and like I was like, my I don't know, my co-star in the video, I guess. He's like reading a book underwater, and it kept like falling apart, so we kept having to get him a new book, and we had to hold
So
like
how many copies of the book did you go
I
through?
honestly, I wasn't reading it, so like maybe I don't know, maybe he went through like two or three, like not like 10,
Okay.
but we had to
Yeah.
like hold dumbbells too to stay underwater because if we like released all our air, we could only stay under for like 3 seconds. So that was like a fun experience to try to deal with, and then we have like the GoPro and like they had to like scream to be like, okay, you can come up now because you can't hear anything. It was a really good time. I had so much fun.
I love that you're just casually dropping that in addition to having fun and making this incredible music video, you were also your own stunt performer too. Like no big deal. You're just
Of course. I do my own stunts, at least
absolutely.
until I can afford a stunt person.
You're obviously on a track to do very, very incredible things. And I think what's so cool to talk to someone like you about is that you are entering a music cycle that is so different, unlike anything else we've experienced, right? It's not necessarily about the album or even the promotion leading up to an album anymore. It's about each individual piece of content that you put out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you launched into this ether with that, with Don't Text Me When You're Drunk. So what is your approach? I mean, do you want to make a cohesive album? Will it be more each piece kind of lives on their own, but it's called an album? What are you thinking?
So I don't know how much I can divulge.
Just give me like a little bit of something to hang on to, and then we can come back and talk about it when whatever we're alluding
When we
to
can
comes
announce
out.
it. So, okay, so I guess like the project that I have coming up is definitely like I think it was a bunch of songs that we just kind of chose to put together without really
Sure.
thinking too much about the like the content of the songs. But then if you sit down and look at them, they all have a like thread that goes through all of them that ties them all
Okay.
together. And
Were they all written around the same period of time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's you in that time, in that moment, and it's being reflected. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And I'm really excited. I honestly I should have been like briefed on how much I can how much I can say about it, but
You're fine. This is all being recorded. We'll go through. If there's anything that you weren't supposed to say, we'll pull it out. But
easy.
I think we're okay. All right. Then the last question: as you get ready to embark, you've been doing a little bit of travel already, but now it's kind of going to get turned up a notch with the shows. What are your travel essentials? Are you good at packing? Are you a last minute packer? How do we handle this?
This is a really fun question. I don't think I've ever been asked this question before. So when I was younger and we used to like vacation would be coming up like 3 weeks before, like that suitcase would be open in my room. I'd be like, okay, what do I want to
You
bring?
were one of
like,
those.
yeah, just because I
Okay.
loved going on. I mean, who doesn't love going on vacation, right? But I
Yeah.
was like, I need to make sure like I'm ready. Like, and I was just so excited to go on vacation that I was like, I want to start packing right now because it makes it feel like closer and stuff. But I have definitely stopped doing that.
Laxed a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely just because I don't think I haven't really had the time, and I got to do my own laundry now. So sometimes my clothes are not clean, and that's on me.
Don't you hate
know?
being an adult? It just
Ugh.
sucks. So
I
what?
honestly, I kind of love it. It's kind of cool to be in my own place and stuff. But I
Yeah.
think I'm a pretty good packer. I've never really forgot anything like major. Like I forgot
Really?
like a bar of soap or like razors, but that you can just buy over there. Like
That's easy stuff. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at like my mom has definitely taught me about like how you fold stuff to get like maximum like storage, you know?
Okay.
Like
Did you
you
do like the roll technique and all that?
so I tried that and I didn't
Yeah.
love it. So basically I
Too many
just fold
wrinkles.
everything like really flat and then just like overlap. So I go like this and then you overlap on something and then you go all the way around and like
Okay.
it kind of works. And then you have like little different spaces for like, you know, you put all the heavy stuff at the bottom, like your pants. But then when
We're
you
just
have
gonna do
little
a packing tutorial in our next
Oh,
interview. We have to.
100 like yeah,
Yeah.
I'll like set up my computer so you can like see like my open suitcase and I'll be like, "Okay, so here are all the shirts that I want to bring and this is how you put them in the suitcase."
I'm
But
dead serious. I go to London tomorrow and I haven't even brought out my suitcase yet. So that's
how long are you
problematic.
going for though?
4 days. So that not nothing crazy. I know.
Totally
Um,
fine. You get like you put your like it takes when I'm going on like 2-day trips, I
mhm.
pack like the morning of
No,
because you got to
I
bring
pack
like
on my way to the airport.
yeah, you're like you're in the car and you're like holding your stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But for like longer stuff, I definitely like to pack because like I like to make sure I have, you know, all like I
What's the
definitely like to
essential?
bring a lot of clothes. Like
Yeah.
that's my because I just like to have options. You know, like I don't know people who are like,
Sure.
okay, I'm gonna wear this
You don't know what
outfit,
the
this.
vibe is. You don't know what you're gonna get invited to or you gotta go.
That's what I'm saying. And you can't
Yeah.
like yes, you can actually predict the weather, but you can't like predict how you're gonna feel on that day in the weather. You
Sure.
know, it could be hot, but you're
Exactly.
like, I want to wear pants. So I need to make sure like when I go on a like a at least like more than 1 week, I bring like the big suitcase. And
Got
it's
it. Oh, like the
you know,
the big boy that you gotta check and you gotta wait for and
oh,
all
all
that.
the time. Yeah.
Okay.
But I am like, I don't know if I have a superpower or something, but like, cause the cutoff for the weight for your bag to be like normal size is 23 kilograms. Okay. And when I was in Europe, every time I had to check it, it was like 22.8. And I
Oh,
was
you
like,
nailed it every time.
and I even bought clothes over there. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how did I do this?
50 pounds for us Americans that can't do the conversion too. So
Yeah, no, I go by pounds, but because every time I put it on the scale, it goes in kilograms,
yeah,
it's kind of just been ingrained to my brain. But yeah, 50 pounds is not that much.
it's really not. It adds
It's
up
really
quick.
not.
So what's the one essential that's not clothes, not like, toiletries related that if you don't have it, you're like, son of a, how did I miss this?
I mean, it depends on what I'm going to do, but if I forget my in-ears, like
Oh yeah.
my
Well, that's
that's like
problematic as a performer,
oh
sure.
that's actually like really bad. Also my guitar. I travel with my guitar all the time and it's definitely actually terrible. I hate it
I was
because
thinking like, what's your favorite candy? You're like, I'm out here forgetting musical
oh
instruments
no.
that are required
So
for me to do my
I've never
performance.
forgot that. If I did, that would be
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm really fucked up, you
sure.
know, like or I fucked up. But like something man I don't know something I don't think I've really ever forgotten something huge because I cannot like I get stressed when I travel. I've obviously gotten a lot better at it now because I've been doing it so much, but like I
hmm
really don't want to live through that feeling of like I don't know like arriving to the airport and I'm like wow I forgot my passport. Like that's the absolute last thing I ever want to go through
Yeah.
because I know I will literally like have a panic attack in this airport, which I really want to avoid. So I just kind of make sure
Yeah.
like I check and I double check. So like the things I forget are like stuff that like that is easily overlookable, like soap.
I have a terrible habit of traveling. I go to LA quite a bit for work, and I always forget sunglasses without fail every time I go to Los Angeles. Every time.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. You
Um,
can't. It's too
and
sunny
just
over
to
here.
add to your anxiety of travel, this happened to me only once. I grew up traveling. My mom works in the airlines, right? So like I literally live on an airplane. I've gotten to do a lot of fortunate things and go to cool places, but this has never happened to me. And I know my producer's going to laugh at this. I showed up to the airport 2 weeks ago and I got to the airport before I realized I didn't have my wallet with me and I didn't have my ID or anything. Yeah, that was that.
Oh my
Don't let that
God.
happen to you. I know. I like that you're already looking out for it, but don't do it.
Oh, and like I feel like that is something that like I could be like, oh yeah, it's
hmm
in my bag. But then I must like I
Or you
maybe
switched
took it out by
bags, or
accident to
yeah.
rearrange stuff and never put it in. Like, and that's something that could so happen to me, and it hasn't,
I'm not trying
thank
to wish
God,
this
because my
upon you.
wallet
For
has
the
like
record,
my
I'm not. If
life in
this
it.
happens next, it's not
No
my fault. All
manifesting.
right.
I mean, It might be because we literally just talked about it. It's never happened to me before.
I'll just
so
wait
I'll
to
be
put this
like,
out until after then, and then we'll be like, I don't know what she's talking about. She did it on her own accord.
right, and I'll be like, it's all
It's all
Erik's
Erik's
fault.
fault. It always
Eric
is.
made me forget my He
Now you
manifested
sound like all
it
of my
in his
friends
interview.
just blame me for everything. But Stacey,
I'm sorry.
you're
it's not
the
your
best.
Fault.
You
It's my
are such a talent. I really can't emphasize this enough. You know, I wanted to talk to you when we actually featured Fall in Love Alone when it first came out as part of our new music segment. And the show was still getting off the ground, so we weren't reaching out yet. We're kind of waiting for different artists to line up. But I happened to be at this event in Chicago where you got to perform. It is insane rooftop, and I saw you live, and I had to run to an event right after. I wanted to come up and say hi, but just to see what you're able to do with your instrument that is your voice, and then of course play a piano with it, it's incredible. And I know you probably hear this 1,000 times over, but I get the chance to talk to a lot of artists. You are incredible, and I can't wait to see what comes up next. I really can't. Yeah,
Thank you.
we'll have to link up maybe in
Thanks,
person. We
Erik.
can do the packing tutorial. That could be fun. We'll put a timer on the clock. All right.
We'll make like a YouTube
Done.
video.
Done. I like that you said YouTube, like it was like
Amazing.
retro, like out. You know, one of those YouTube things that they used to do.
Yeah, like not on TikTok, YouTube. This is gonna be
Straight
like a full
2016.
video. Like one of those like
Yeah.
13-minute like packing tutorials with like
Is
transitions.
it
and
weird that I get
everything.
anxiety about videos that are longer than 90 seconds now? And I came from that world of like extended cuts, vlogs, and travel and all of that.
I don't know. I love like when I'm like going on YouTube, I'm like the
better.
longer the
Okay.
video, the better. I'm like I want 30-minute videos. I want
feel that.
40-minute videos just because I put them on mostly
Yeah.
for like background noise. So I don't always want like them to be
That
like
quick, yeah.
switching all the time. I just want to like
I
one,
get you.
you know.
I agree with you from a
But
viewing
I
standpoint,
like- I
just
don't
the
know.
content creation standpoint. I'm like, no one's going to watch this. No one's going to care.
Oh yeah, no.
We'll make them care. We'll give them pointers that they've never heard anywhere else. Stacey, you're incredible. I can't wait to talk soon. Be well. Enjoy the birthday. Enjoy the drop. Enjoy all the shows. And hopefully we'll get a chance to meet in person soon.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, just come over to, I don't know, LA. I'm here.
Perfect. Stacey, take care.